Hi, welcome back. Today, well, I'm going to work on my belt grinder. Motor's been acting up. It's getting really weak, and I don't know if I've got the right stuff to do everything with, but I went yesterday, and on my way back from a score that I got, I'm going to post it on Instagram first, and it will be on Facebook, and then I'll put this video and put what I scored on there. So yeah, projects, and more projects, and you can contact me later about them, the projects and stuff. So today, like I said, I'm going to work on my, pardon me while I just keep going here, if I can get this done. My grinder is second or third load over on the arc. I think it's a Sears or a Sears and Roebuck or a Craftsman. I don't really remember. I got it from my father. And Craftsman, okay, 5/8 horsepower. And there's that is. 1-inch belt, 8-inch disc. Well, I've done away with the disc, and I don't know if this is I need to check that out, but I don't think that one is good enough. I don't think that pulley will work on the new motor that I bought. So other than the front end of it, it's okay. I just got to rewire all this, and I got a 1 horsepower, farm duty, which means it's continuous. Got it right here in my chair. A Smith & Jones. Got it from Harbor Freight. It's one of them fan cooled, fully enclosed capacitor start, single phase. If I had a 2x72, there would be I would have a 3-phase motor and a VFD on it, because that's what I'm shooting for next. Right now I can use this for other things instead of this in case I do it. Like I said, the other motor, it's just been slowing down, and sometimes it'll start, the bearings is sounding rough in it, and it's easily pulled down. I mean, when I first got it, you could just stick whatever you wanted to in it and just keep a chugging. Now you got to go slow or it'll bog out. So okay, so let me get to finding the tools and flipping this thing over to its soft underbelly, and we'll get started on changing the motor. Back. Okay, the soft underbelly of it is, this is the belt tensioner. Loosen it up, and you tighten this nut up, and it pulls the carriage with the C channel on it, or the C notch there for it, forward. And while the motor back here stays fine. This is, I think, a 56 Z frame. I think a motor is a 56 frame, so it's in that general facility, and if I need to drill a hole, I can. Now, I've not dewired anything or not took the belt off of it. It will come off when I get it. The belt will come off of it here in just a minute when I get done taking these nuts off, bolts out. And yeah, and the dang thing about it is they're 12mm. They're not 1/2 inch, not 13, not 7/16, not nothing. They're 12s. So anyway, I've had them off before. That's the reason I knew that. Okay, keep them. So I don't have to I won't have to change any of the wiring except for where it goes into the motor at. It's 110. I can run this motor at 110 or 220. It will go clockwise or it will go counterclockwise. And this one is, since it pulls down, it is a clockwise motor. And I don't know if clockwise is the default on this other motor or not. I don't know. Okay. Oh, these are carriage bolts on the top. So just little short carriage bolts. So they got square shoulders that fits in these slots. Keep them from turning while you're doing that. So anyway, there that is. And it's off its frame. There's the belt off. That was a new belt I put on there a while back. And so get the frame right here. Oh, in my quench tank here, that's my cooling tank, is froze in ice, so it's pretty darn cold now. Yep, come on, there we go. He's a lot more than the other. Oh, yes. So, there's my screwdriver. I'm sorry. Okay, this one's got a safety switch in it. I don't have a Phillips in here. Don't know why I don't have a Phillips in here, but I just don't. Yes, I do know. It's because, where did it go? I had a Phillips in it. Okay, now, oh boy, no wire nuts on it, so you will have to excuse me while I go get some wire nuts. Okay, I come back. I had to rewire it, and the wire that went to the motor is about 6 or 8 inches too short, so redone. Just put another piece of wire in that I had right there. So now, right there, let's see, 3. Where'd the other one go? It might look. I probably threw it away. Might fell in something. Okay, so there this is. Got the wire in right here. Now I got to figure out. There it is. Okay, got to figure out the wiring. I mean, it shows a diagram there, which is okay. Right there now. So, yeah. So this is going to be all the way around. This has got a plug-in on it. I'll save. I don't know why I save it, but anyway. There, that gives me enough. I can do about anything I need to. Right there. So, okay, I'm back in here. I went and got a yellow and a red for that. So, but everything there should be wired up. And I got the ground goes to here where the neutral, and it's not showing a ground anywhere on this, but I have a ground. So this is what size? What do I have? There's a 12. I mean, yep. There is a 7/16 11mm. That ain't it either. Okay. That ain't it. The good thing about this is I believe I can mark it on the frame, I think. So let me see what I can do here. And let me reposition the camera and everything, get everything set. We'll start getting everything put up or put on. Okay, I got it set on there, and the Z frame is the same, so it will move in and out and forward and back right now. I don't have any nuts on it yet. I just stuck these 2 bolts in just for a second, just a second ago. So this motor is a lot heavier than the other one, so I figured that I would do it kind of one at a time till I get this, and then I can turn it over and get 2 in it, so I can get 2 everything. And okay, and this one I don't believe could have a VFD on it. Now, there's a bell on my bucket. Okay, now let's just go over here like this. And okay, the other ones are over here. Let's see. I don't want to do them tight at all, because I'm going to have to move everything, but I do want to get it wired up. I'm going to have to go get a pulley for it. I don't have one, and where I bought the motor from, Harbor Freight, don't carry them. And the Ace Hardware that was beside of them never heard of a pulley, or at least the boy in there didn't act like he knew what a pulley was. So now, where's the other one? There it is. Right here, it goes down here in this one. So ready. Okay, now that's just to get started. And I'll put this right there. Ow, ow, ow! Boy, it's heavy. I don't have to rely on any yeah, I won't have to rely on any lead weights in the back of it to keep it down when I'm putting some heavy force on it. So right there. Now, do the Phillips. I apologize for my hand and arms being in the way. I'm trying to this motor did come with a keyway and protector right there. It's got a key. It's got a key in it. It's a 3/16 key. So it did, which is square stock, which should be of significant softer steel than the shaft there, because you want it to shear and not the and not your shaft to roll over and cut the ends off of it, sides off of it, which would make it almost impossible to do anything with. I've seen them where they've had to weld them up. So go with that. Good enough. Just in case I have to slide it around, give myself enough slack here. Might be way too much, but that's all right. I can deal with that. Gives me that. Okay. And tape measure. Don't have one handy. Tape measure. Should have. Okay. That's 3 inches. So right there. This right here won't be long enough. No, it will not. But hey, it's a 1 inch there, 3 inch there. So. As big as that, so let me cut me a piece of string or something here, and I'll figure out what I need. Okay, what seems like a minute for you or less is about 3 hours. Didn't look like a one-horse town, but it is. If it's not one rule of thumb around here is if it's not been made for 50 years, it can't come into the county. So I went everywhere to try to find a pulley. Everywhere. Finally found it at Tractor Supply, and they had plenty then. But everywhere else you thought that maybe we'll have one, nah, they didn't have one. So let me get this right there. There we go. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right over. I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe not. Okay, I'll try. There's the key. This. So there. Hopefully I got the right size belt. If nothing else, I can scoop this a little bit forward there if I have to. And it looks like I'm going to have to. Yeah, quite a bit. Dad, blame it. Now this one is definitely too short. This one. And maybe I can pull it in the front. If I can't, then I can't. I'll have to get another one then. That's okay. I've still got the receipt for this one. So let me get this motor bolted down and I'll spin it around there and we'll see if we can get it tightened up. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn the camera back on. But I tightened everything up, put the belt on there, and went and got a wrench to tighten it up. I had to move the whole front end of this, the C notch here, this frame. Had to move it forward about, I don't know, 1.25 inches, which is okay. And it belt's nice. It's not super tight, but it's not super loose to where it would do anything. This bearing right here is, something's wrong with this wheel, or it's the bearing one that I put in there. It's supposed to be a good bearing, but evidently not. So I'll have to look. I think I got an extra one, so I'm going to have to look and find it, what I did with it. I probably put it up somewhere so that I'd remember where I put it and promptly forgot it. No, it's got to be over there. So anyway, it runs good. It's got a little noise in it, thus me saying this pulley right here, because this one's tight, these are tight down here, everything. It's just this one's tight, or not tight. It's just a little floppy. And take this off. It's just fine. It's this pulley right here is what yeah. This one's fine. These are fine. It's this one. Alright, let me see if I can find another bearing for it and replace that out. But that right there fixes this, other than that one bearing. And I'm going to put a different glass platen on there. I'm going to get me a piece of tile and put it on there. Even though the front of this thing is still just slick and smooth as it can be, behind it's all broke all to pieces. The glass is, but it's all glued in place, so it can't go nowhere. But it will. It will start dipping out where I'm doing that. So now that I got this done, I can start grinding knives again. I've got 4 of them over there hanging. I've got one in the drawer here that's going to be nice, and then I've got my first forged knife. I'm gonna thin it down. I've got a little bit right there on the tang right there that I need to get rid of, and that'll make it distal tapered both ways. I carried the thickness of the blade out too far in here. That's the reason. And then before I started down, so now I can grind that. And waiting on some belts, some coarse grip belts. I'm about out of them. I got plenty of the others, the 120s, the 220s, and even the 320s. But my 36 grits are down to 3, so I need to get some on in. I hadn't got them ordered yet. That's the reason I'm waiting on them. I'm going to order them tonight because I was waiting until I got this done. So anyway, thank you for staying with this this little revamp here, and the surprise will be projects be in there. So if a person needs something along those lines, and it'll be really reasonable plus shipping. So anyway, till the next time, it's Bobby Shields saying, God bless.